Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Three Stacks. I'm really excited to bring you my Super Quantums. Now, I've done two variations on this deck. Well, three. I tried Super Quantums and Paleozoics. I tried Super Quantum Necros. I tried Super Quantum Monarchs. And when I did the Super Quantum Monarchs, I actually did full access, not just the Blue Ranger and the Green Ranger. I did all three. I did Fairy Alphin, Green, Blue, and Red, and I ran Magnus. So it wasn't the typical Super Quantum Monarchs. Check those out. They're still on my channel. They still exist. You can always check out a lot of stuff if you guys see not my recent deck profiles, but some of the ones I did in like 2015, 2014, some of the older ones. You'll see like I've always been doing crazy stuff. Like you'll see some of my craziest decks ever. Some of the decks that I just I have the cards, but I don't have the build anymore. And you guys can just see some really amazing stuff. So you guys can always check out my other Super Quantum builds on my channel. And today I'm showing you more or less pure Super Quantums. So let's start it off with 3 Fairy Alpha. Really broken. I was running 1-for-1 in this deck to tutor out him, basically having 4 copies of him. But I only own 2 1-for-1s, and unfortunately I had to take it out of this deck and put it in my Infernoids because I feel like 4 Decatrons will be more useful than 4 Alphins. So that's something I want to let you guys know in case further in the deck profile you guys are like, hey, why aren't you running 1-for-1? That's why I'm not running it, because I had to take it out, put it in another deck. But 3 Alphin, because he's just too broken. This guy is the sauce. You open up with him, you get your Power Rangers in grave, you get one on on the field. He's just really broken. And a lot of people don't pay attention to the fact that he can target one Super Quantum you control. All other monsters that you control become that targeted monster's level, opening up the door for all kinds of rank 5 plays, rank 4 plays, rank 3 plays. Now, you can go super heavy on the rank 5s. I actually did try a build with just a lot of rank 5s abusing Kim and just making like Durindal and the Magna Liner and the Keeper of Armageddon and Genesis. But now with my new engine of Star Seraphs, I'm using him to make all my other monsters level 4. So that way I have 3 or more level 4. So I can pop cards and draw cards with Star Seraph Scepter and etc. So you can have him, Green Ranger, and just like, let's say for example, a Scepter. All you got to do is use his effect, target him, make him a level 4. You got 3 level 4s just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. Make your XYZ play, pop draw. It's really broken. So he doesn't just help with your Super Quantums, he helps with Star Seraph. So that's why I feel like this deck runs really smoothly. Just it's like it was meant to be. A lot of decks I try, it's like I'm just seeing if cards would actually work together, and then they end up being like meant to be. And one thing I will note, I don't copy anybody. And if I have a build that has been tried before, I will always give that person credit, and let you know, hey, such and such has tried this before. I'm just showing you my variation on it. But this year, this build that I'm showing you, I created it. It's homemade, fresh out the kitchen. 2 Blue Rangers, 2 Green Rangers, and 2 Red. Red is like the best one. I'm running 2 of each, not because they're bad. You can run 3 of each. But honestly, I had to cut the monsters just so I can fit in my Star Surf engine, because I needed to put in exactly, I think, 11 monsters, which is actually, more than this. 11 monsters for the Star Surf engine. So the Star Surf engine in here consists of 11 monsters, and the Super Quantum engine only consists of 9. So the Star Surf engine is the bigger engine, but this is still more focused as a Super Quantum deck. So with these being at 2 each, you still are able to recycle them with your Blue Ranger. She's the most important one. And you don't need to run 3 of her because you have an extra copy of her in the form of Emergency Teleport. And you have more access to her through the Fairy Alphin. So I feel that Fairy Alphin is the Stratos and she's like the second Stratos. So either way, you're always opening strong with this deck. And I've tested it for like the longest. Ever since Super Quantums came out in the high speed Wing Raiders or whatever it is. Ever since they came out, I've been testing the deck out, and I've went through a lot of changes. All of my decks get upgraded on a daily basis. I put in a lot of work, and this is what I came up. This is what I came up with. It's the best lineup for me personally. My ratios, my variations. And then we got the Star Step engine. We've got 3 staff, 3 of the throne. This is Team King of Games, so we gotta sit on that throne. You already know. And then 3 Kageto Kages. This guy helps to mitigate with the fact that you always need 3 or more level 4 monsters. So it helps for you to just make more plays, make more rank 4 plays. And also it helps you to get what you need, which is 3 or more level 4 monsters for your XYZ plays. So I like Kageto Kage a lot. He is a separate engine, but I consider him to be part of the Star Sets because he does the same thing they do, just spam out rank 4s. And two Summoner Monks. Now, the Summoner Monks are here simply because I run so much spells. Summoner Monk is here as a optional scepter. Once you have him in a spell, you got a scepter. And if you open with Summoner Monk and Sovereignty, it's the same thing as opening with Scepter and Sovereignty. And if you happen to have a Kakitokage, you can go Monk, Kakitokage, Scepter, Sovereignty, spam the field, really ridiculous. And then you end up having access to just a lot of different plays. So this is like just a rank 4 spam engine. And I will note that also Green Ranger, which is actually my favorite. He looks cool. I think that's me. This is actually 3 stacks in that armor. He's a level 4. And he does spam. When he's no more special summon, you can spam out another Super Quantum. So you can use Summoner Monk to special summon him from the deck by discarding a spell. Then use his effect when he's summoned to special summon, for example, Fairy Alphen. And then go off of Fairy Alphen, make a rank 4, Fairy Alphen's effect. You can do a lot of shenanigans with this deck. I've had so much fun with every single one of my decks. They give me great joy, and I've put in a lot of time and effort and money and just quality time with these decks. So every single deck that you guys see me doing on my channel, every single deck profile, I love it with my whole being. I love it, absolutely. I'm very passionate about the game. I'm very passionate about my deck, my ideas, and just I'm very passionate about Yu-Gi-Oh! I care a lot about it, and I put a lot of love into this. So what I'm sharing with you guys is not just ideas and creativity. I'm sharing the love with you guys. And for spells, we have 2 Instant Fusion, 2 Magna Carriers. Now, this is something you can run at 3, but I like the idea of deck thinning and searching. So instead, I'm running 2 copies of Terraforming to mitigate for 3 Magna Carriers. So essentially, we're running 4 copies of Magna Carrier. I was trying 3 Magna Carriers and 1 Terraforming, but I just like having the ability to search and deck thin, especially because this deck can draw a lot. So sometimes I actually search first to shuffle my deck to fix my chance of drawing a better card. And the reason why I search first is because if I draw first, I might draw into the card that I'm trying to search to begin with. So then the search is like irrelevant. So I like the 2 Terraformings because you always have these in the main deck. You recycle them with your Blue Ranger back into the main deck. And so these are always live. I was trying to get at 3, but I was just drawing into too much. And the 2 Instant Fusion, you're only resolving 1 realistically, but I run it at 2 to see it more often. And it pretty much, the second one, it can be used as fodder for Magna Carrier because Magna Carrier actually discards any cards. So this is fodder for Summoner Monk food, or this is Magna Carrier food. And then, so these are all pretty much engine cards. And then we've got a couple more engine cards. We've got 2 Pot of Desires. This deck is able to search and deck thin a lot. So once you do all of your searching, all of your deck thinning, then you can resolve Desires. If you have a dead Pot of Desires, Summoner Monk food, Magna Carrier food. So it runs perfectly. And Desires actually does not kill this deck. It's amazing how this deck works with Desires. Super Quantums theirself. They're able to, as long as you have, pretty much, I'll say it like this, as long as you have 1 of each, they're able to make all the same plays that you were able to do in the first place. So it's just really incredible. It really is. And Fairy Alphen, once you play your Fairy Alphen and get rid of 1 of each of your Power Rangers, you can play Desires if you want. You don't have to play Desires, but you can play Desires if you want, because now you already have these guys. They're safe from Desires. They're already out of the deck. And your Star Seraph just draw and search so much, you're able to deck them like crazy and draw into the cards that you don't want to banish. So Desires is beautiful in this deck. And then 1 Upstart for draw power. And also, you know, I'm a creative guy. I like my spicy text. Metal Foes Fusion, similar to my Ritual Sanctuary in my Herald of Perfection deck. This card says, discard 1 card, and you can pretty much XYZ using 1 material. Using 1 monster as the material. And so, with 4 copies of this same card, it's very often that you're going to have Metal Foes Fusion and a Magna Carrier. And Magna Carrier, discard Metal Foes Fusion, you're going to instant XYZ and then shuffle this and draw, so that way you didn't neg at all. So, you know, it's just some consistent stuff. And 1 Emergency Teleport, 1 Soul Charge, 1 Raigeki. Soul Charge and Raigeki are the best 1-of spells in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And double Twin Twisters, because this deck can lose to back row very badly. Then for traps, we've got 2 Solemn Strikes, 1 Solemn Warning, 1 Grand Horn of Heaven, 1 Deep Dark Trap Hole, because it literally banishes every single monster like once they're summoned. It's incredible. I really like this. It's a tech. It's a spicy tech. You guys can try it out. It's a trap hole that I just feel like people don't even think it exists. And breakthrough skill, because it's just more effect negation. You can also discard this with magnet carrier, and it's free engrave to just banish, and just negate. And vanity's emptiness, because it's part of the lockdown. This guy vanity's emptiness. There's no way, absolutely no way to play around that, because now you have multiple floodgates. You have mistake on legs. You can't search, and you have vanity's emptiness. And to top it all off, every single time I'm gonna be able to shuffle something from your field into the deck. So extra deck, we're doing 2 Great Magnus because he's just incredible. Two reds, 2 greens, 2 blues. It's standard. I feel like 2 of each of these and 2 of each of their pretty much their pilots. You can call these the ships, and then the main deck Super Quantum Power Rangers are the pilots, or you can call them the Megazoids or the Zoids, who pretty much form this guy, the Almighty Power Ranger. So it's really cool. This is kind of like Power Rangers. It reminds me. I'm not a huge Power Ranger fan. I used to watch it when I was little. I just don't do it no more. But this does remind me a lot of Power Rangers. It does. And they're machines, so Power Rangers. And then we have Elder Entity Norden, because he has a lot of good synergy with this deck. Then we've got Deltaros, Ouroboros. Forgive me for the cheap Ouroboros. I only have, 3 Ouroboros? 4 Ouroboros, and I have like 7 Deltaros. So this guy, I have plenty of him. I have 7 copies of him, so I'm always able to get, a good version of him. But the Ouroboros, I got the cheap one, but still, nonetheless, these are your Star Seraph targets for your engine. And then we've got the Utopia engine. And then we've got the Kagetokage engine to search, and Fair Cheer Girl to draw, because, when you instant fusion, this is one of my favorite plays just ever. You guys see this happen so many times with my Hero to Perfection deck. I summon my Star Seraph Scepter, I draw. So you summon Star Seraph Scepter, you go you search for Sovereignty, then you play instant fusion, make this guy, then you go into your Cheer Girl, then you draw again. And in Herald of Perfection, when you're running Herald of Perfection, I know this is a little off topic, this is Super Quantum, but let's talk a little bit about Herald of Perfection really fast. In Herald of Perfection, when you summon this guy, search for your Sovereignty, then instant fusion into that, go into this, detach him to draw. You use Ritual Sanctuary, recycle 4 spells, special summon him back from grave, you still have this, reveal this, special it, draw, and then you just pulled off your Star Seraph Scepter combo, and all you opened with was this, and your instant fusion, and all your other plays. So yeah, that's why I run this engine also in this deck, because I'm running Star Seraphs, and it really helps. Being able to search and draw, it just helps you a lot. That's why you search first and then draw, because that draw is probably Vanity's Emptiness. So tell me what you guys think of the deck. It really is amazing. As far as rarity, I gotta get super rare Blue Rangers and super rare Terraformings, and everything else can't really do much about it. But tell me what you guys think of the deck. I really think it's awesome. It's a really, really fun deck. And for my people who actually do care about Super Quantums, this is for you guys. Because I'm sure you guys feel the same way I feel. A lot of people just sleep on the deck. They really don't know how good Super Quantums are because they don't care for them. So this is for you guys. And y'all stay safe. Have a wonderful day. I appreciate you guys so much. God bless you guys. And I hope to see you soon. And share your ideas, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I don't ever ask people to like, comment, and subscribe unless it's absolutely necessary. Because in my opinion, if you want to subscribe, you're going to do it whether I tell you or not. So yeah, you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.